Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rachak, Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations. Much love and respect to you, Akim, out there pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. This lesson is going to be entitled Dangerous Online Rhetoric and Iran-Linked Assassination Attempt or Plot. All right. Now, this individual you see here, matter of fact, I'll play this video, is supposed to be an Iranian, a Pakistani man that's linked to Iran, as you can see in the title. Pakistani man with Iran ties charged in foiled plot of assassination to assassinate Trump. Excuse me. And this was a few hours ago. This was today. Let's see if I can find a short video. Let's play this. And this is doing nothing but fanning the flames of hate, you know, and also turning people against Iran. Okay, so they can try to change the image of the state of Israel. You know what I'm saying? Because the public opinion of that place right now is that they're the enemy. They're the bad guys. Right? So let's play this.
You're constantly overwhelmed, juggling a million tasks, and struggling with time blindness. Then
Turning now to a major announcement by Attorney General Merrick Garland this afternoon. The Department of Justice has indicted a Pakistani national who has ties to Iran for allegedly plotting to assassinate government officials on American soil. A senior law enforcement official tells NBC News the former President Trump was one of the potential targets of the foiled plot. According to the indictment unsealed today, Asif Merchant spent time in Iran before traveling to the U.S., where he tried to hire a pair of hitmen to carry out the assassination plot. The hitmen, however, were actually undercover law enforcement officers. Attorney General Garland said today that there is no evidence of any links between this plot and the attempted assassination of the former president last month in Pennsylvania. Joining me now is NBC News Justice and Intelligence correspondent Ken Delaney. And so, Ken, what more do we know about this foiled assassination attempt?
Ryan, Merchant was actually arrested the day before Donald Trump was shot in Butler, Pennsylvania, as he was trying to leave the country. But as you said, officials are stressing there is no connection. That's just a bizarre coincidence. But what is true, according to court documents, is that this man who had ties to Iran and was a Pakistani national came to the United States in April with the intention of orchestrating this elaborate murder for hire plot. And the first person he talked to about it either was or ended up being a confidential source for the FBI. So basically turn him in right away. And after that, the FBI began a sting operation. And as you said, introduced him to people he thought were hitmen, but were actually undercover law enforcement agents. And so they have the whole thing recorded. They have evidence. They have a cocktail napkin with part of the scheme. What he said was he wanted them to steal information from a particular target. He wanted them to gin up protests in certain areas, and he wanted them to assassinate a politician, not named in this criminal complaint, but we're told by a senior official that among the potential targets was Donald Trump, because what this is Iranian retribution for the killing of Qasem Soleimani, that Quds Force general ordered targeted killing by Donald Trump. And this is one of a string of plots already uncovered attributed to the Iranians, including an assassination plot against former National Security Advisor John Bolton and a plot against an Iranian dissident in New York City. This is the latest, and Attorney General Merrick Garland said today that he believes that we haven't heard the last of this, that the Iranians will continue this, what he called brazen and persistent plotting. But in this case, this would-be assassin or orchestrator was quickly gobbled up by the FBI, and he is now in custody.
And very quickly, Ken, are these murder-for-hire plots? Is this something that we hear about often?
Well, this is, as I said, this is the latest. There have been several of these. And yes, what the U.S. government has said that this is an ongoing scheme by the Iranian government. It's not clear exactly what they're doing about it, but this is one of a number, only the latest. And Merrick Garland said potentially more to come, Ryan.
Okay, and this on the day we find out that Tim Walz has now gotten Secret Service protection. Obviously, the Secret Service under the spotlight, given everything that's happened with former President Trump and his assassination attempt. Ken Delaney.
So As you can see here, this was an attempted plot by a Pakistani man who was supposedly tied to Iran in some way. Whatever. We know how the propaganda machine works. We know that there's an agenda behind this. Ultimately, they're trying to steer those, especially the right wing people, against Iran in the Muslim world. Okay. Now, what proves that is what's going on there in the UK. They're actually blaming that particular killing on Muslims, and there was another attack also in Russia from one of those Olympic boxers, right? A young boxer, and he basically lost his eye, or might lose his eye, because of this attack, and they claim that it was Muslims. But according to certain reports, there was also Edomites, or so-called white people, that were involved in attacking him as well. But that's not part of the report. The part of the report is that, or part of the information being spread, is that it's Muslims. Okay, so that's fanning the race wars. That's fanning also the political wars, and also this xenophobia, as they call it. Okay, so there's a lot of things happening, man. There's a lot of things happening, and if your eyes are open, you can see, some of the things that are going on in the spirit. Now, this is Psalm 64, in verse 2. It says, "Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity." All right, who whet their tongue like a sword, and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words. Okay, so the secret counsel of the wicked, we know that's the Edomites, starting with the elites. Okay, they have these councils, and they discuss different things and different plots in order to bring in their agenda. What's their agenda? The NWO. What's the main thing? What's the main part of the NWO that they want is that for the people to be micro-C-hipped. Okay? It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, right, which is the elect. Okay, all these different things that they're blaming all these people and setting up certain people to be to be on the watch list and whatever the case may be. All these different things are going to lead to the persecution of the elect. Okay. It says that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep, right? They think very deep on these plots that they do. Okay. They're very, very deep. That's why some of this stuff, it seems like it's real, but, it's really just an illusion, This is Micah 2:1. It says, "Woe to them that devise iniquity." Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. Okay, they have the power to, they have all this control in all these different industries. So, they have strong power, so they can make things happen. It's like, it could make a lot of things happen, behind closed doors. It says, "And they covet fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage." Right? That's dealing with these Edomites, right? Let's go to I wanted to go into something else dealing with this dangerous online rhetoric, right? I just typed in Google dangerous rhetoric online, and it says, who is spouting violent rhetoric? And that's from High Country News. This one is Brookings, how hateful rhetoric connects to real world violence. Now, this stood out to me. how hateful rhetoric connects to real world violence. And the Prime Minister of the UK, he made a mention about those riots and those things that are happening with those Edomites, or so-called white people, going crazy out there in the UK and attacking people and whatever, and burning places down, whatever, looting and all these different things. And he made a statement to say that he's going to get those people that are involved in it, but he's also going to get those people that are inciting it online and basically running away, or not participating directly but inciting it online. He said he's going to get them as well. So that's showing you that now they're coming for people online, and the things that they're saying, they're starting to crack down heavy on that. And you know that the WEF, they were very, very serious about, getting rid of this misinformation. Right? And we know what that means, man. We understand what that means. We're not ignorant to Satan's devices, man. Right? This is Isaiah 29. In verse, it's like Isaiah 29 and verse 21. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught," right, which is the Edomites, "and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off." See, they're watching to see, everything that you do, okay? And they're gonna tighten up, or rather, they're gonna close in on those that are against the system and against the things that they're pushing forth, the mindset that they're pushing forth. That's why, it's written that that will not worship the beast should be killed. Okay? It says that make a man an offender for a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Therefore thus saith Yahweh, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob, Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. Okay, so let me read this part again. It says that make a man an offender for a word. So you're going to have to watch the words that you speak, because the words that you speak, they're going to have to be seasoned with salt, because Esau is getting ready to come down heavily. And either way, it doesn't matter, because Esau is going to come down one way or another. Okay, it says, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. This is what they're getting ready to do. So all these things are leading to this lockdown. Let's go to Revelations 12 and 12. And it reads, okay, and it reads, Revelations 12 and 12, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, so he's getting ready to come down with great wrath, and these are all things that have to happen. They got to start, putting you citizens in that domestic terrorism box, right? So they could come down hard with these draconian measures. That's what's coming. Okay. This is Psalm 56 and verse 6. Matter of fact, I'll start at verse 5. It says, every day they wrest my words. All their thoughts are against me for evil. They gather themselves together. They hide themselves. They mark my steps when they wait for my soul. Okay? So this is what they do, man. This is what they do. Okay? They're plotting against the perfect. They're plotting against the elect. Scriptures speak about how the dragon shall be wroth with the woman and the remnant of her seed that keep the commandments. That's the main target. You're going back to Project Megiddo, where they got other, documents, that they're conjuring up to come up against the men of the Lord. Okay, it tells you that in 2 Ezra 16 how, they shall be as madmen sparing none. Let me get that real quick. This dangerous rhetoric online, you got to understand what that means. That's an attack. Those are, matter of fact, those are bitter words, right? Those are bitter words. Those are spiritual attacks, man. You see what I'm saying? The average Israelite can't perceive that, but we perceive that through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, through the Holy Spirit. It says, this is 2nd Ezra 16 and verse 67. It says, behold, the Most High himself is the judge. Fear him. Leave off from your sins and forget your iniquities, to meddle no more with them forever. So shall the Most High lead you forth and deliver you from all trouble. Okay? For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you. Right? They're different, their army. Okay? See what I'm saying? These people they got set up to come up with these task force they got set up to come up against people that oppose the system, right? Or don't agree with it, right? It says, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Okay? For there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. So that insurrection is on its way. Okay? It says they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So that's what's coming. Okay? That insurrection. Right? But they're setting everything up, right? Because the serpent doesn't just attack. A serpent waits for the perfect time, and he's very patient. And that's what Esau is. Esau's a serpent. He's just going to be forced to move a lot faster than he wanted to, you know, through who? Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, because everything is in his time. Now, what I want to do is I want to whatchamacallit, look up this word sedition real quick, because there's a specific definition in Wikipedia, right? Which, you know, Wikipedia is funded, you know, they take out certain information, you know, to fit, you know, Esau's narratives, right? But I find it very interesting, the definition that's here, right? What's sedition? Sedition is basically speech that's, well, it's going to tell you here, right? But then there's another definition here that's not what the normal definition is. This says sedition is overt conduct such as speech or organization that tends toward rebellion against the established order. Sedition often includes subversion of a constitution and incitement of discontent. See, this is different. Toward, right? Incitement of discontent. Okay? Some or all types of incitement may be illegal. Where illegal, it is known as an incoherent offense. Where harm is intended but may or may not have actually occurred. Okay, so let's look up this word incitement, okay? Because from what I understand about incitement, I could be wrong, but what I understand about the definition of incitement is someone that's you're encouraging, right? Well, let's go to the actual Webster definition. Okay, let's go to the actual Webster definition of incitement. It says incitement, it says to move, to stir up, to spur, to urge on. Right, the word incitement just means to urge. That's all the word incitement means. It has nothing to do with urging violence. You could incite someone to love, you know, you can incite someone to hug somebody. You can, you know, incitement means to encourage, right? So I'm seeing here, it says an incitement of discontent towards. So you can't even incite people to be discontent with the way that this place is running. So if we speak and say, yeah, this place is wicked, the way they stole this land from the Gadites, this is a wicked, evil place, blah, blah, blah. Yahweh Shem Shai is going to destroy this place. You know, look at the alphabet stuff that they're promoting. Look at this and that. Look at the injustice in the system. It's contrary to the laws of the Most High. All these different things that we say, right? That can easily be looked at as incitement of discontent, because discontent toward. You know, they could really use that upon anyone that's discontent with the taxes or anything at any time. You can fit into that category. Let me read that again. It says, sedition often includes subversion of the Constitution and incitement of discontent toward or insurrection against established authority. See, insurrection, that's different. But when you say incitement of discontent toward, that can be anybody. Okay, because anytime you're discontent, you could be labeled a seditious fellow, like they labeled Paul. They labeled Paul a seditious fellow. Okay, so you know, these are all plots from the wicked, the left hand side. You know, they're working their magic, and things are getting ready to happen, man. And you know, as the Apostle Hard named it, through the Spirit, it's the hopeful year of Jacob's trouble. You know. And it very well is looking like it's going in that direction. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying to the elect, and I'll say shalom.